We're live, we're local, we're CBS3.
We are seeing a concerning, steady increase in COVID-19 cases here in Wisconsin.
Right now at 10, Wisconsin state leaders are speaking out once again, urging residents to get vaccinated as COVID cases continue to rise quickly. Plus, how the federal government is making it easier for people to invest in solar energy and lower their bills. And the results are in, what the 2020 census numbers tell us about Duluth's population trends.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Natalie Grant. Kristen is on assignment tonight. Thanks for joining us. As more folks get vaccinated across our region, we have gotten a small taste of normalcy back in our lives. But recently, COVID cases are back on the rise. Jamie Perez explains why Wisconsin health experts are preparing for yet another busy vaccine season.
People are worried. We don't want to get COVID, and we don't want to go back to the earlier days of the pandemic.
2020 is a year we want to keep in the past, but recently
We are back again today because we are seeing a concerning, steady increase in COVID-19 cases here in Wisconsin.
that increase in cases is also being met with an increase in vaccination rates.
The number of vaccines that we gave per week were like a few hundred doses per week. But last week, we saw the number go up to close to 2,000 doses.
Still not a number to get us where we need to be, with 53% of the entire state at least partially vaccinated, but it's something.
The emergence of the Delta variant, people began to realize that the COVID virus is not going anywhere. It's going to continue to evolve.
That, coupled with today's news of a possible booster shot for immunocompromised patients and the CDC's push to get pregnant women vaccinated, a group that's been hesitant to do so.
Women are appropriately nervous to have something put into their bodies while they're growing a baby. And so I can understand the hesitation. These truly are safe and effective and a good way to keep yourself healthy while that baby's growing.
With all of these things happening now, health experts are preparing for even more vaccine appointments to be made in the coming days.
We have the answer. The answer's simple. Get vaccinated. The vaccine.
And in our area over the past 2 weeks, COVID cases are up about 270% in Bayfield County, where only about half of the population is vaccinated. Today, the Michigan Health Department is now strongly recommending schools require masks to prevent the spread of COVID-19 when kids go back to class. In Portage, public school leaders say masks will be optional for students and staff when the new school year starts at the end of the month. They say they will not mandate masks unless the county health department does. In school districts across the state, parents are split on whether masks should be required.
We do not want a mask mandate. We are out here showing our support for the board, still letting parents have choice when it comes to masks.
Some parents who want a mask mandate say that they're considering pulling their kids out of those Portage public schools and enrolling them into Kalamazoo public schools, which is requiring masks for at least the first 3 months of school. One local business is producing T-shirts that are getting attention for their controversial message. The shirts read, "Don't Fauci My Minnesota," a reference to Florida Governor Rick DeSantis's campaign, "Don't Fauci My Florida." The president of Rendezvous Sports Bar in Scanlon, Ross Sonstrom, says that they don't want small businesses to be shut down again. He blames Dr. Anthony Fauci's health recommendations for many of the shutdowns that happened this past year. Those recommendations resulted in social distancing and mask requirements nationwide. Sonstrom says that he just doesn't want to be told what to do by the government.
You know, we're pro-vax. Go get a vax if you'd like. Wear a mask if you like. We don't want to be forced to do it. We don't want to be mandated.
The CDC strongly recommends everyone should be vaccinated if they're able. They also recommend masks in areas of high COVID-19 transmission. New at 10, solar power is heating up in America, with more businesses and homeowners than ever before investing in solar panel systems. About almost half of new electrical company came from solar in 2020, and the Solar Energy Industries Association says that the U.S. is expected to deploy 3 times as much solar capacity over the next decade as was installed in the end of last. Now, homework owners like Mitch Kappa of Atlanta are leading the change as early adapters.
For sure, like checking, my power bill now versus before the solar panels were activated, you can see a clear difference. Honestly, the biggest motivation is probably just more of an environmental aspect, just to do something to put, my little drop in the bucket as far as what we can do.
The U.S. Department of Energy has now debuted a new online tool to get more people on board with solar energy. In some cases, it can provide instant permit approvals for installations. They say it's a key part in aiding the Biden administration's long-term climate change goals. Turning things over today for a first look at that weather. We saw a lot of people earlier today were down by Bayfront enjoying the day. Great day to be out by the lake.
Yeah, great day for solar power, lots of sunshine. Yeah. Great day to be at the Blues Fest. Not a great day, perhaps, to be a smoke jumper on standby because the fire danger is awfully high. So, as usual, beautiful conditions don't always come without a price. The price we're paying is a high fire danger through the weekend, so be careful outdoors. But as far as temperatures went today, they did come down a little bit. High temps were running about 68 in Ely to 75 on Park Point in Duluth, 76 for Superior, 77 Ashland. The normal is 77. We won't get any rain this weekend because high pressure will keep that low we see up north to the north. And so it's a sunny and dry weekend. And though it started cooler today, it's going to perk up temperature-wise tomorrow for the Blues Fest. Sunny sky and a high of 80 degrees. Could be even warmer on Sunday. Our next rain chance, there is one in the 7-day forecast, and I'll point out what day that will be coming up in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. We're learning new details about what led up to a drive-by shooting in Duluth earlier this week. 21-year-old Kewan Dunn and 25-year-old Brianna Clark Johnson have been charged in connection to the shooting. Dunn faces several charges, including second-degree attempted murder. Clark Johnson was charged with aiding an offender. Now, according to court documents, the victim and his brother were taking a walk in the area of 15th Avenue East and Superior Street on Tuesday morning. They were looking for a stolen motorcycle when they saw a car approach them. The documents say that the brothers saw Dunn pointing a gun out of his window. He fired shots and they ran away. One of the brothers was hit. Now, according to those court documents, the victim had a previous relationship with Clark Johnson. The shooting stemmed from an argument earlier in the day. Now, according to court documents, there were also several eyewitnesses. The shooting was also caught on security camera. At last check, the victim was in stable condition. New at 10, Duluth census results are in. While the numbers show a bit of a growth, city leaders are hoping to see even more people choose to call Duluth home in the future. CBS 3's Abigail Smith finds out what in the city is seeing in terms of population and what some people are doing to attract them to the area.
The latest census data shows, as of last April, Duluth's population now stands at about 86,700. That is 432 more people than a decade ago. Alina Fauché, Director of Workforce Development, says while it may seem like a slight increase, it shows Duluth is heading in the right direction. But she adds they need more workers.
We have an older workforce here, so we have a lot of people who are going to be aging out of the workforce in the next decade, and we really need to attract more workers to the area to fill available jobs. We have a really strong economy, very diversified, lots of work opportunities.
Fauché says they are working on better marketing techniques for jobs and targeting their marketing towards areas outside of Duluth. And according to Duluth Realtors, it's working.
I've noticed a huge increase in the number of out-of-town and out-of-state inquiries. And I was looking back at my sales statistics, and about half of the homes that I've sold to buyers have been from out of town. So I'm seeing a huge influx of people coming from larger metropolitan areas who are interested in living in Duluth.
Daniel Rhodes from Real Estate Services in Duluth says a large part of the population are families who branch off into more households that buy more homes as they grow, causing a housing shortage with a steady population. That housing shortage is a reason Fauché thinks some people might not be giving Duluth a chance.
You know, housing is always a challenge. It can be tough for people moving from outside the area to find housing and find available childcare slots because we have shortages on both things.
Both say that they are happy to see more people want to live in Duluth, and based on recent growth, they hope to see an even higher population soon.
For a closer look at Duluth census data, you can head to our website, cbs3duluth.com. Well, today marked the first day of Blues Fest back at Bayfront Festival Park. Blues Fest is one of the largest outdoor music festivals in the upper Midwest. This year, the festival would feature 21 different acts on 2 separate stages. Douglas Marsh, who has been coming to the festival for the past 10 years, says that he and his wife brought masks when they were close to others, but because it was outside, they felt safe to have fun.
I'm glad we can be outside for this right now. I think if we all give each other a little space, we can have a great time.
The event runs through Sunday. You can still buy day passes at the gate for $69. Well, new at 10 over in Superior, people came together tonight to raise awareness and prevent suicide. It was the 3rd annual Suicide Prevention Awareness Night at the races at Gondak Law Speedway. The fundraiser for organizations working to support people impacted by suicide. Rise Above Suicide Stigma is one of the organizations taking part. The nonprofit launched this year. Organizers say it's important to start talking about suicide to end the stigma so the numbers can go down.
Our goal is to continue to host events like this where we can bring people together to talk about suicide, support each other when it comes to suicide loss and how suicide affects our lives.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, suicide is the 2nd leading cause of death among people ages 10 to 34 in the United States. About 90% of those who died by suicide have shown symptoms of a mental health condition. Still to come on live local CBS3, as troops slowly continue to trickle out of Afghanistan, the Taliban is gaining ground. Now a Minnesota vet speaks out. Coming up next.
So far in August, Duluth Airport's managed about 0.6 of an inch of rain, leaving us about an inch short of normal. Well, we're not going to do any catch-up this weekend. It'll be high and dry, but not forever in the 7-day forecast. There is a rain chance coming our way. I'll point out when, coming up after our break.
Medicare Decomplicated, brought to you by UCare. Question, can I keep my doctor with a UCare Medicare plan? Yes. With 96% of all Minnesota providers in our network, it's more than likely you can keep your doctor. See? Decomplicated.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR financing for 60 months, plus $750 TFS APR cash on a new 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Highlander. Toyota. Let's go places.
When we ask you to shop Prime Appliance, we want you to experience a real appliance store where we have hundreds of brand name appliances always ready to go during our in-stock sale. Get the right size GE refrigerator to fit your space. In stock now. A 16 cubic foot for just $688, a 19 cubic foot for just $798, or this 22 cubic foot for just $898. Financing and delivery always available. Prime Appliance, it's a real appliance store and the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers get paid training to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. Army National Guard soldiers are learning skills that can set them up for success with companies looking to hire the best.
The Army National Guard basically built my resume for me.
Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
Medicare Decomplicated, brought to you by UCare. Question, how much does a Medicare plan cost? $0. That's where they start with UCare Medicare Advantage plans. There's a plan for everyone with a range of benefits and costs. See? Decomplicated.
The Pentagon is sending roughly 3,000 American troops to Kabul to help evacuate many of the U.S. Embassy employees that are stationed there. This comes as the Taliban continues to gain ground in Afghanistan just before U.S. troops officially withdraw. WCCO's Aaron Hazanzadeh sat down with people close to the conflict to get their reaction.
Just weeks before the planned U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan, the Taliban is making major ground, and the U.S. is airlifting embassy employees out.
We believe this is the prudent thing to do, given the rapidly deteriorating security situation in and around Kabul.
Security seemingly deteriorating after decades of U.S. involvement. Mike McElhenney first stepped foot in Afghanistan nearly 20 years ago.
We were the first team to go in and be on the ground consistently in southern Afghanistan after 9/11.
For him, though he feels it's time to withdraw, it's surreal to watch things unravel after he and so many others made incredible sacrifices.
Basically blew my chest open. I lost my right arm below the elbow, which is my dominant arm. 72 or 82 stitches in my face, internal and external. But yeah, we did a lot of work, and there was a lot of, blood and treasure spilled over there.
We are watching the collapse of the Afghan government. I think the Taliban's objective is power and control.
Dipali Mukhopadhyay is a senior expert on Afghanistan for the U.S. Institute of Peace. She says many experts agree withdrawal was inevitable, but says the way it was done left gaps.
What I think is really shocking is the irresponsibility of the speed of the withdrawal and the lack of planning for contingencies like this one.
Now she says experts will wait to see if Kabul will hold, knowing there'll be immediate suffering for the people of Afghanistan and questions about what, if anything, the U.S. could have done to prevent this.
I think the possibilities for Afghanistan becoming, again, a sanctuary and a safe haven for violent extremists from all over the world is incredibly high. That's a really shocking disappointment of an outcome after 20 years.
The Pentagon says full U.S. combat troop withdrawal from Afghanistan is still on track to be completed by August 31st.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, it's going to be a very nice weekend. High pressure is going to make a clear sky, sunshine, and summery-style temperatures. Lots of things going on around the region, including Ely's Rotary Club celebrating its centennial, 100 years worth of service in that town. It's going to be held tomorrow afternoon in Whiteside Park. And of course, just a couple Fridays ago, Whiteside Park was blown down pretty badly during the Blueberry Fest by huge storms. But with high pressure in place, we won't get any huge storms. We're going to be on the dry side, perhaps too dry, till about Tuesday or so. Next rain chances Wednesday. And I'll talk about the odds of a precip payoff here in just a little bit, but right now we take a look at the current conditions coming in from the airport and Duluth. And the live picture behind, of course, is what's going on in Bayfront now with Blues Fest. So there's another great event to hit this weekend, and we'll have fair weather for that too. Current temp, 58 degrees, relative humidity, 62%. It's gone up after sunset as temperature and dew point get closer together. And so, at least temporarily, the fire danger problem goes away. But once the sun comes up tomorrow, temperature climbs away from dew point. It could come back again. So we have to be careful with fire all weekend long. Calm winds for the moment could pick up towards 10 miles per hour as the night goes on. And the air pressure is pretty high now at 30.15 inches of mercury. And it's going to stay high through Tuesday, like I mentioned. Current temperatures, 47 to 50 in the Upper Peninsula, 49 to 53 for Wisconsin, and roughly 48 to 58 degrees here in Minnesota. And we're on track for low temps to fall into the 40s for a lot of towns, a little bit warmer by the lake, of course. Doppler map shows lower pressure over by Thunder Bay, but any rain trying to cross the border gets squashed down pretty quickly by the high pressure that's in place now and will stay in place from Saturday through Tuesday. High pressure makes for a sunny sky and dry conditions that may finally give up the ghost come Wednesday. Low pressure system burbling out of the west here could be with us for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Rain chances those days run about 30 to 40%. Not great chances individually, but collectively through 3 days worth of them, hopefully we get something to wet things up around here and put down that fire danger for a while. Let's put down some temperatures tonight in Minnesota, down into the 40s for a lot of towns, but 50s closer to the lake. Our friends in Wisconsin and Michigan could all fall down into the 40s here tonight, and everybody gets to be beneath a mostly clear sky. So another thing to do tonight is cast an eye to the sky and look for the last night of the peak of the Perseid meteor showers. Tomorrow, sunshine comes out again. High temps warm up, 78 to 82 for Wisconsin. And for Minnesota, about 78 to 82 as well. Sunshine for everybody. And we'll share the sunshine through Tuesday. Then it gets a little cloudier, and that's when the rain chance comes. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, high temps this week running anywhere from 75 to 85 degrees.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on the CBS3 News Live Local, the Free Britney campaign has taken the world by storm as she continues to fight for a different conservator. We'll have the latest court details coming up next.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
If all of this makes you happy, then you'll be happy to know that all of this is only $1 each at Arby's from 2 to 5 every day. Hope you like happiness. Arby's, we have the meat.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
When building, you hire a team of specialists to ensure your house turns out exactly as you imagined. Major financial transitions like retirement deserve the same level of care and craftsmanship. At MPPL Financial, we assemble a diverse team of experts to develop a plan to ensure you only have to retire once. Call today for your free second opinion consultation so your retirement turns out exactly as you imagined. MPPL Financial. Answers to the most important questions of your life.
When you live on the Iron Range near a mine, you feel the blast happen. The ground shakes. I remember in school, our school would shake on Thursdays at 11 a.m. So we would feel it, but we never got to see it. I want to go to the communities and find stories that haven't been told yet.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki, Tuesdays at 10.
20% of the population has some degree of hearing loss. Encourage business owners and staff to keep the captions on their TVs turned on and accessible to all patrons. Captions also help children with reading and adults learning English as a second language. Not sure how to turn them on? Find the button with the 2 C's on the remote or go to the menu button. Paid for by the Minnesota Commission of the Deaf, Deafblind, and Hard of Hearing, the Minnesota Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Up to 40% off Columbia and North Face summer clothing and sandals at Northwest Outlet.
In news, there are no second chances. You have one shot to get it right. You need to get all the facts, angles, and points of view. And you need it now. For us, being first is good, but being right is best. Live local CBS3.
Britney Spears may soon have a new conservator for her multi-million-dollar estate. The move comes after the singer pleaded with a judge last month to remove her dad from the conservatorship, claiming cruelty and abuse. The court filings insist that there are no actual grounds for suspending or removing her father, Mr. Spears, but that he does not believe that a public battle with his daughter would be in his best interests. Meanwhile, Britney continues to embrace the Free Britney campaign as it gains national and international attention. Turning things over to sports, definitely an exciting day for the Huskies.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Huskies are in the process of painting a picture for the playoffs, and a former Minnesota Twin makes his way back to the Midwest for the first time since catching the Rays in Tampa. Iowa Reel in Sports next.
When we ask you to shop Prime Appliance, we want you to experience a real appliance store where we have hundreds of brand name appliances always ready to go during our in-stock sale. Like these Amana smooth top ranges in black or stainless starting at only $549. Or Frigidaire top load laundry sets with an electric dryer just $13.99. Financing and delivery always available. Prime Appliance, it's a real appliance store and the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
Hi, my name is Matt Kojmerl, and I'm the new co-director of the Duluth Superior Film Festival. One of the main goals of the Duluth Superior Film Festival is to cultivate an independent film scene. Right now, there's a lot of exciting things happening with film production in our region here in northern Minnesota. The Duluth Superior Film Festival team believes that it's very important to have films told from our region by the people of our region, and we want to get those stories out there.
The Royal Enfield Bullet was designed in 1955 and not updated until 2008. It takes an experienced hand to keep one running. I've ridden in the rain and the snow, but prefer not to. That's why motorcycles and meteorology go together so well. It also takes an experienced hand to make an accurate riding forecast. As our region's longest-serving meteorologist, I think I have the touch needed to get it right.
Watch Dave Anderson weeknights at 5, 6, and 10.
We've got new information now explaining why.
Why should ordinary Americans care what's happening here in Ukraine?
Deep divisions remain.
Elizabeth, why did they kick you out?
They are expecting public unrest.
Why are they releasing these videos now?
Police are pushing us back.
We found one hell of a story of survival.
That's why you have to do your own research to get to the truth.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
Is being challenged by DFL.
The race is on. Learn how Berkey 2021
is it safe to be ice fishing on Lake Superior?
New funding is bringing more mental health resources.
Dave Anderson.
How a popular new recreational area is allowed.
Hear how one vaccination clinic in West Duluth is focusing
into the COVID-19 pandemic, and food insecurity is still new year, new ownership.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, join us weekdays for CBS3 Live at 5.
The Duluth Huskies haven't made the playoffs since 2018, the same season that slugger Augie Isaacson won Northwood's League MVP. But tonight, they have the opportunity to get back into the postseason. A Duluth win over Bismarck and Eau Claire loss is all they needed, but it didn't get exactly off to a great start. Bases loaded walk in the first puts Duluth in an early hole, and then the Larks blew it open in the fourth. 6 runs on 4 hits, including a 3-run home run to make it 8-0. Not ideal for their playoff hopes. But there was no quit in the Huskies. Finally, in the bottom of the 7th inning, Dom Meza brings the fans to their feet with a towering 2-run shot over the left field wall. They finally get on the board. They scored 5 in the 9th and brought the tying run to third base, but couldn't quite finish it off. The Huskies fall 8-7 in a late thriller. But the good news for Huskies fans is Wilmer has a huge lead on the Express late in the ballgame. If that holds, Duluth would be on the postseason play on Sunday in Waterloo. The Brew Crew were supposed to play the Pirates tonight, but Mother Nature had other plans. After over an hour of rain delay, the game was postponed and moved to 1:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. These teams already have a 6 o'clock game scheduled for tomorrow evening. That game is still scheduled to be played after the earlier makeup in their doubleheader day. It's the Rays and the Twins from the Twin Cities tonight. Tonight also marks the first time Nelson Cruz returns to his former stomping grounds since he was traded to Tampa Bay. But as you can see, the Minnesota fans showing some love and giving a warm welcome home for their former All-Star who spent 2.5 seasons with the Twins, including back-to-back titles in 2019 and 2020. Rays up, and this one goes up, up, and away, thanks to Tampa's Yandy Diaz. a solo shot and his 9th on the year. Rays go up 2-0 in the top of 2. Top of 3-3-0 Tampa, and Nelson Cruz back up at the plate, and he does what Nelson Cruz does best. That'll be a see ya later from Cruz. His 5th with the Rays and 24th on the year. Rays lead 4-0. The Twins flip the switch at the bottom of 4. Miguel Sanjo gets the job done to bring Brett Rooker on home. Twins trail 5-1, and currently the Twins still trail at the top of 8, 10-4. Well, 2 seasons ago, Neil Pionk was traded from the New York Rangers to the Winnipeg Jets. Since then, the Hermantown native has become an integral member of the Jets' defensive core and helped them to the 2nd round of the playoffs. Pionk earned himself a 4-year, $23.5 million contract earlier this week with the Jets. The 26-year-old led Jets defenseman with 32 points, 3 goals, and 29 assists in 54 games last season, and had 4 assists in 8 Stanley Cup playoff games. But he gives credit to those around him.
I give a lot of credit to especially my teammates, the coaching staff for giving me the opportunity, but it makes the game easy when you have good teammates like I do. You know, it was my first time winning a playoff series in the NHL, so I know we came up a little short, but it was good and we learned a lot. It motivates us. Like, we know we're close, and we made a few trades this offseason that only makes our team better.
Pionk comes from a long line of Hermantown graduates that went on to play for the University of Minnesota Duluth, and it seems that list grows every year. He says it's a special track and credits to the unique hockey community he came from.
Well, it's a continued pipeline because, you know, if those guys look up to me, I looked up to guys like Chad Huddle and Adam Krause, so the pipeline just continues, and I think it's really healthy for the community. You know, it's all hockey all the time, and it's great. Everyone's supportive of each other, and like I said, it's not only that, but there's continued success there.
And that's a wrap for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Lake Superior College is nationally recognized for quality and affordability, offering over 90 programs, including career, technical, and general studies for transfer. At LSC, you can start here, save thousands. Apply for free at lsc.edu.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-945-8449 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on live, local CBS3.
Is being challenged by DFL.
The race is on. Learn how Berkey 2021
is safe to be ice fishing on Lake Superior?
New funding is bringing more mental health resources.
Dave Anderson.
How a popular new recreational area is allowing.
Hear how one vaccination clinic in West Duluth is focusing
into the COVID-19 pandemic, and food insecurity is still new year, new ownership.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, join us weekdays for CBS3 Live at 5.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Baki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Baki. Tuesdays at 10 only on live local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport.
Go to the ends of the earth.
Very pleasant place to be.
I couldn't ask for anything more.
And reach for the stars.
Where's the ask? Oh, this is great.
Do you still love it?
I do. But wait, there's more.
Experience thought-provoking.
It was literally like Groundhog Day.
I do know what makes a good movie.
Innovative.
It's hard not to overflow.
And truly original reporting. Because there's always something new under the sun on CBS Sunday morning.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Well, Dave, last check of the forecast here. It's going to be a nice weekend to get out there.
Yeah, I think it'll be nice weather-wise. We're looking at sunshine all the way through Tuesday. Warm temperatures come back. After a 2-day cool down, we go back into the 80s for Saturday all the way through Tuesday. And now the nice dry conditions, of course, aren't really that nice. We do need rain. The fire danger will be high all weekend long and through Tuesday. The solution, well, a rain chance. And we do get one by Wednesday. Hopefully it pays off with what we need.
Best of both worlds. All right, well, that's your CBS 3 News at 10. Have a great rest of your night.